Welcome to the sixth chapter of the save with Leeds United, played thinking on how I would program it. Unfortunately, we are not going to be playing the match that I should have been playing for this live stream. No live stream for this video. Because this past week I've been feeling something bad. I'm good now, but I got distracted and played through the game that I should have recorded, and I'm not going to reload it. The game that I played through is the match against the top team in the table, which is Wolves. You can see that we lost 3-0. We conceded early, but we were looking like we were holding it. It's true that they had much more possession, they had better chances, but we didn't look that bad. It was a good play they did with a formation that was 3-4-3, three central defenders, two wing backs, two central midfielders, two wingers, and one striker. They kept overwhelming us in the wings, but the center of our team was solid enough that their control of their wings didn't seem to be too dangerous. And we even got some good chances in the first half. So I touched a bit here and there to be a bit less vulnerable in the sides, and it seemed to go well. Until in the 68th minute, a bad defense allowed their striker to get past the defenders, and a penalty was made by Sebastian Basson, I think it was. No, it was Gaetano Berardi who made the penalty. Very bad defense, and that costed us the second goal, and from there the team collapsed. We didn't create anything anymore, we couldn't get the ball back, and they got the third near the end. There has been some changes to the formation that have been implemented before this match against the Wolves, which was for we started being used in the game against Middlesbrough, and that is changing the team shape from fluid to structured, because as shown in the Brentford game and some chances in games before that, the backline was being a bit too undisciplined and were losing their positions a bit too much. And I've decided to make the change, hoping that in one side the defensive line setting gets a little bit deeper when one changes from fluid to structured. On the other hand, hoping that by the restriction to the creative freedom that imposes, that the back four will be a bit better at keeping their shape and making it harder for the rivals to get past. As you see, also that loss isn't the first of a bad result, but the return to a bad run of form that started again with the draw against Cardiff, from which we were up to even 6 games without a win and 3 matches without scoring, and that despite the creation of some very good chances, but with very low bad luck in front of goal, with La Soga missing absolute sitters. That makes us go drop down from the top that we were before to the second place. We momentarily got out of the direct promotion places. We are also in a stretch of fixture congestion. The starting team that I've chosen is this. I'm not going so much as the starting 11 that I said I would go in the first video, because I also want to look after the squad status that is something I usually don't do in my normal saves, to make some other difference from my usual managing. So that's a part that doesn't go too well with the core idea of this save. But still I want to make things different to what I really do. And take into account that these are a bunch of players that have a very good, high squad status, and they are going to mourn if I don't play them more. And Alioski will be starting instead of Rufe, as I thought at first, because Alioski has been playing very little, and he's done very well in that position before. With that done, we are going to go into the match, as we have the homegrown players that we need to be able to play. I didn't find how to remove the roles, but I missed them in the previous screen. In that screen there are no roles, and the current formation panel during the match has vanished. It's a blank window now. Leaving this to the assistant as usual, and let's get into the match. I also added some instructions, individual instructions to the left wing when Pablo Hernandez is playing, to try to take advantage of his better vision and creativity over the other players in that position. Another consequence of the team shape change is that now it seems the players from the midfield don't support the players in front as well as before, and we see a lot more of shots from distance. And the shot on target ratio isn't very good. La Soga is once more having a very poor match. He scored in the last match, that's why he was playing here again, but I think he will be changed. I also think I forgot to take Forza out and substitute him. Barnsley is currently 22nd. So let's go into the changes. Nasoga is coming out. Groth is coming in his place. I changed this to go on a button press. And Forza will be having some changes. First of all, let's make sure that Forza has good passing, just average vision, average decision. Move into channels, run from position, and move into channels and see what does that do. And I think that is going to be all the chances for now. Start the second half. Alioski has picked an injury that doesn't seem to be very serious, but I think I will be making that substitution. They're defensive and got us out. Good job by them. Johnson left his man and almost cost that a goal to us, but that has been their only chance in all their games. They would have had more chances. Samu Sainz is having a bad game. So let's see, Roof had a good game from the middle, but instead I will switch Pablo Hernandez to the middle and Samu Sainz instead of Kamar Roof. Oh yeah, I was to change the right winger, not the left side, not the center, but I saw the Samu Sainz wasn't having the best of matches. And in the end, the mistake proved to be better as Alioski makes the assist to place us in the lead. Good shot by Groth. Well, so far our shots on target ratio has been better and the shots from distance has not been as bad as in previous matches, and it seems to have improved after the changes to Adam Fossau's instructions. Good chances have, and mistake of not the chances have got proven good. Now it is Pablo Hernandez who scores from his position at the center from a play originated from Rufe in the left with the help of Alioski. Time to do some protection from injury. Let's see, Tyler Roberts was poor crossing, Wilkamer Rufe crosses better, so they will interchange their positions. Well, we didn't recover yet, but we do now, and the pass isn't very good to start the counter-attack, but not so bad that we lost the ball, therefore we keep the attack. We get a penalty for the third. Adam Forsau, at least in this attack, didn't seem to be much ahead and holding the midfield to support and recycle possession. The penalty is scored. End of the match. It was a good win, but we don't increase really. Well, we increase Middlesbrough obviously have not won, as if they had, Ipswich wouldn't have got ahead of them, so we now have 2 points of advantage over the third place. Before we finish the chapter, we will take a look. Well, this is bugged. We can check that. Okay, in that case, this is going to be the end of the chapter. And something to comment, since we are going to have another match in 3 or 4 days, and we had the other 3 or 4 days before. What I'm going to do right after leaving the match is go to the squad screen and set everybody who played today to rest for 2 days, including the subs, except Roberts, because Roberts came in so late that he barely had time to get tired. And that is all for today. Thanks for watching.